On July 25th of 2023, the Rock Island Police Department received a call from a woman in Florida claiming that her neighbor, 38-year-old Sushi Staples, had a young son who had died in December of 2022 and that Staples had concealed and possibly burned the body in a barrel. The police took the report very seriously. They spoke with Staples, who denied ever having had a son. According to her, she only had 4 daughters, but no sons. Rock Island Detective John Shepard was able to find a report by the Department of Children and Family Services from Chicago that indicated Staples did have a son and she was therefore lying. Staples had been receiving public aid benefits for her son, Zion Staples, until June 25th. After this, the police also located Zion's birth certificate, which confirmed that he was a real person. When confronted about this, Staples claimed that she had purchased the birth certificate illegally as a way of gaining public benefits. The authorities obtained a search warrant for the Staples residence, where they found a bedroom that had clearly belonged to a young boy. There was another bedroom with flooring that had recently been replaced.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further?
Okay. We have a valid search warrant, so...
I understand, but you haven't let me see it, Chet, and you're walking through my house.
It's right here. You don't run how we do. You're not in control of this.
Okay, I'm trying to see. You all?
So, I need your phone too.
My phone? That's not my phone.
Well, hold on to that. So, okay. Which rooms are your kids in?
Obviously not. They're upstairs. Okay. I am very cooperative. I'm not fighting anybody.
You're fine.
Look, I'm scared. My kids are
going upstairs and checking.
My kids are here.
That's empty. Well, it's running over here. Do you know why we're here?
No, I don't. I don't know why you're here.
Okay.
And I'm really scared because my kids are upstairs and I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Can I call my family to tell them, to somebody to come?
You're not under arrest or anything like that, okay? That's why I'm sitting here talking to you, okay?
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And so the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house.
According to a transcript of the search effort, dryer sheets and air fresheners were located throughout the home, including in the vents and in the garage. This was suspicious enough, but the police entered the garage. This footage was captured by the body cam of one of the officers. Inside the garbage can was a dead body. It had been partially burned, and Staples admitted that it was Zion. According to her, she had been keeping him there until she could afford a funeral. The investigation continued, focusing on Zion's cause of death, and it was determined that he had died from an accidental gunshot wound. According to Staples' attorney, she owned a firearm that she stored in her bedroom. She left the house one day and later returned to find her son dead after playing with the weapon. Staples did not have a criminal record and she pled guilty. On February 16th, she was sentenced to 2 years in prison with credit for time served. She was released on July 25th on parole. In the early morning hours of March 15, 2024, New Mexico State Police Officer Justin Hare was on patrol when he stopped to help a motorist on the side of the road. The motorist was 33-year-old Jeremy Smith, who had gotten a flat tire and was stranded. The footage you're about to see shows Officer Hare trying to help Smith.
6-6, taking care of B97. Hey, bud.
I got a flat tire. You can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store. You get me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real quick, but nobody's open tonight.
Well, that's fine. I can get to town. I just haven't come back to get the car.
Okay, go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick. I'll get.
After their conversation, Smith shot Officer Hare. He then walked around to the other side of the patrol car and shot him 2 more times. Smith proceeded to drive away from the crime scene. At some point a little later, the patrol car's distress system was activated, which summoned backup to the scene. Responding officers found the patrol car and Officer Hare was rushed to the hospital, where he tragically succumbed to his injuries. Local and federal law enforcement launched a massive search effort for Smith. On March 17th, Smith went to a gas station in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the clerk checked his ID and recognized his name from the news. The clerk contacted the authorities and responding officers located Smith as he tried to escape on foot. As the police closed in, Smith reached for his waistband and the officers fired their weapons, hitting Smith and subduing him.
Good. Don't move! Don't you move! Don't you move! You guys okay? Don't look at me! Don't you look at me! I got a gun right here. You just threw it over. Don't move. You guys, hey, I'm coming over. Hold on. Don't you I got it.
20 is 8412.
My arm.
Here we go. What's your name, bro? Go.
8412 Lost Desert. 8412 Lost Desert.
Let's check him. I can't breathe.
He was arrested and brought in for medical treatment. The investigation later determined that Smith had stolen a truck from Cuervo, New Mexico, as well as the vehicle he was driving in the footage. Smith had also been released from prison less than 4 months before the shooting. He had served a 12-year sentence for attempted armed robbery and hostage-taking. The only thing I could find about the sentencing in this case is that the prosecution is not pursuing the death penalty. On the morning of July 6, 2024, 36-year-old Sonya Massey called the police to report that she thought someone had broken into her home. 2 deputies arrived at her house in Woodside Township near Springfield, Illinois. One of the deputies was identified as Sean Grayson of the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. The officers conducted a search of the property but found no evidence of illegal activity. They proceeded to knock on the front door multiple times, but it took Sonya around 3 minutes to answer.
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house, we checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard.
We didn't see nobody.
Yeah,
So.
nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope.
Oh,
We checked the whole area.
okay.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get
I got you. All right.
Sorry.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
Huh?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure?
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. That's not your black car, though. The SUV? Whose is it? You don't know? Someone just parked it in your driveway?
They brought it to my driveway.
You just left it?
The deputies informed her that they had not found anything, but the unidentified officer walked around the side of the house to note the license plate number of a car that Sonya said was not hers. When the unidentified officer returned to the front door, the 3 went inside the house. While inside the house, Grayson asked Sonya to show them her driver's license several times, and they discussed the vehicle parked in her driveway. Sonya looked through a stack of papers during the conversation and even asked Grayson to hand her a Bible. After another minute and a half, the deputies pointed out a pot of boiling water on the stove, saying that they didn't want the house to catch on fire.
Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
After this escalation, Sonya apologized and dropped to the floor. The deputies kept their guns trained on her and ordered her to drop the pot of boiling water, but after a few seconds, Grayson fired 3 shots. The unidentified officer started to leave the house in order to retrieve his medical kit, but Grayson told him not to. Sonya was pronounced dead at St. John's Hospital in Springfield. The investigation into the incident was turned over to the Illinois State Police, who completed it within 10 days. Grayson was fired and the unidentified officer was placed on administrative leave. On July 17th of 2024, a grand jury indicted Grayson on 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated battery with a firearm, and 1 count of official misconduct. According to State Attorney John Milheiser, Grayson's use of deadly force was unnecessary. The prosecution compared the situation to an officer intentionally and unnecessarily putting himself in front of a moving vehicle and then justifying use of force because of fear of being struck. Sonya's family retained a civil rights attorney named Ben Crump, who has represented several other victims of police brutality. According to the Massey family, one of Sonya's ancestors, a man named William Donegan, was lynched in the Springfield race riot of 1908. He was pronounced dead at the very same hospital where Sonya was pronounced dead more than 100 years later. The murder of Sonya Massey sparked protests in various cities across the United States. A news organization based in Austin, Texas called The 19th stated that the killing was a striking example of how police encounters for black people, even those who call the police for help, quickly erupt into violence. In this situation, Sonya was only doing what the officers had told her to do. This case is yet another reminder of how much farther we have to go as a society. At around 11 a.m. on June 3rd of 2022, Naperville police officer Frank Tonkovich was conducting a routine traffic stop. While he spoke to the driver of the vehicle he had pulled over, another car pulled up beside him and stopped in the middle of the road. 28-year-old Edward Simon exited his vehicle while holding a hatchet in his hand.
You can take a picture and send it to me. Who are you? Base, I just been attacked. I just shots fired. Shots fired. Don't move. Don't move. Shots fired. Shots fired. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't fire. Oh my God. Holy shit. Stay in your car, man. Don't move. Don't move. He's down, base. Send a medic. Send a medic.
Simon literally rushed Officer Tonkovich out of the blue, but Tonkovich had quick reflexes. He immediately backed up and fired 6 shots, 5 of which hit Simon. According to Officer Tonkovich, he had a crazed look in his eyes. He exited from his vehicle in an aggressive manner with a hatchet and immediately and violently charged at me. He also stated that he had been scared for his life as well as the life of the driver he had pulled over. DuPage County State's Attorney Robert Berlin stated that Officer Tonkovich reasonably believed that Edward Simon was trying to kill him or the subject of the traffic stop, and reasonably believed deadly force was necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm. It's very fortunate that neither Tonkovich nor the driver of the other vehicle were harmed, although I'm sure Tonkovich was extremely shaken by the situation. Click the join button to become a member today. Channel members receive exclusive content as well as early access to all my content. On October 28th of 2024, Moorestown Police Corporal Kevin Sloan responded to a report of a fatal accident in Maple Shade, New Jersey. A pedestrian had been struck by a pickup truck, then by 2 other vehicles, and had perished as a result. While he was on the scene, Officer Sloan was directing traffic away from the accident when he saw a car speeding toward them. The vehicle was not slowing down or moving out of the way. It slammed into Officer Sloan's patrol car where his K-9 unit Saltz was waiting for him. Sloan was worried that Saltz had been killed or injured in the accident, but he made it out alive. The pup was shaken by the incident, but he took some time to recover. Sloan said, "Just make sure that you're paying attention. If you see flashing lights, if you see a construction site, even a sign, just keep in mind, hey, there may be someone else on the road in front of me."